Can you charge your Tesla at any charging station? It's a question that might pop into your mind when you're planning a long trip, running errands, or even just curious about how electric vehicles integrate into the broader charging network. Today, we're going to dive deep into this topic and clear up any confusion about where and how you can charge your Tesla. First things first, not all charging stations are created equal. If you've ever seen a gas station, you know they all seem to work the same way. Pull up, pump gas, and drive off. But with EVs, the landscape is a bit more complex. So, can you pull into just any charging station and plug in your Tesla? The short answer is no, but there's more nuance to it. Let's break it down. Tesla has its own proprietary network of charging stations, famously called the Tesla Supercharger Network. These chargers are fast, reliable, and designed specifically for Tesla vehicles. If you own a Tesla, these are your go-to stations for convenience and efficiency. Superchargers can add up to 200 miles of range in as little as 15 minutes, which makes them incredibly appealing for long road trips or quick top-ups. But what about non-Tesla charging stations? Let's explore that. Charging stations outside the Tesla ecosystem, often referred to as third-party or public chargers, include networks like Electrify America, EVgo, ChargePoint, and many others. These stations use different connector types and charging standards, such as CHAdeMO and CCS, Combined Charging System. While Tesla vehicles don't come with these connectors by default, there are adapters available that allow you to use some of these chargers. However, compatibility and charging speeds may vary, and it's crucial to know the details before you plug in. So, here's the deal: Tesla's superchargers are plug-and-play for Tesla owners. No adapters, no hassle. But if you're planning to use a third-party charger, it's a good idea to have a CHAdeMO or CCS adapter on hand, depending on the type of station you encounter. Keep in mind that these adapters are an additional purchase, and not all chargers will provide the same charging speed as a Tesla supercharger. For instance, a level 2 charger at a shopping mall might take hours to give you a full charge, whereas a supercharger can get you back on the road in a fraction of the time. Another important factor is the cost. Tesla superchargers have a straightforward pricing model, often charging by the kilowatt hour or per minute, depending on the location and local regulations. On the other hand, third-party chargers may have varied pricing structures. Some charge a flat fee, while others bill you based on charging time or energy delivered. It's always wise to check the rates in advance, as costs can add up quickly, especially at DC fast chargers outside the Tesla network. Let's address a common scenario. You're driving in an unfamiliar area, your battery is running low, and there's no Tesla supercharger in sight. Can you rely on third-party chargers to get you out of a bind? Absolutely, but it requires a bit of preparation. Before setting off on any trip, make sure you have the necessary adapters and download apps like PlugShare or ChargePoint to locate compatible chargers nearby. These apps often provide real-time availability and user reviews, which can save you from unnecessary detours or frustration. It's also worth noting that Tesla has been gradually opening up its supercharger network to non-Tesla EVs in certain regions. This is part of Tesla's broader mission to accelerate the transition to sustainable energy. But what does this mean for Tesla owners? Essentially, some supercharger stations may have additional vehicles using them, potentially increasing wait times. However, Tesla's robust network and strategic placement of chargers are designed to minimize congestion, even as more EVs hit the road. Now, let's talk about home charging. Many Tesla owners prefer the convenience of charging at home using a Tesla wall connector or a standard outlet. Home charging is typically the most cost-effective and hassle-free option, as you can charge overnight and start your day with a full battery. But for those without access to home charging, like apartment dwellers or frequent travelers, understanding the public charging landscape becomes even more critical. One question that often comes up is about charging etiquette. Whether you're at a Tesla supercharger or a third-party station, it's important to be mindful of other EV owners. Don't leave your car plugged in longer than necessary, especially at high-demand stations. Many charging networks, including Tesla, implement idle fees to discourage vehicles from occupying a charger after reaching full charge. These fees can be steep, so it's in your best interest to move your car promptly once charging is complete. Now, let's pivot to some practical tips. If you're planning a road trip in your Tesla, use the in-car navigation system. It's designed to guide you to the nearest superchargers along your route and even factors in charging times to optimize your journey. The system also accounts for elevation changes and weather conditions, giving you a realistic estimate of your battery's range. For third-party chargers, apps like PlugShare or a Better Route Planner can complement Tesla's navigation system by providing additional charging options and detailed trip planning. Another tip, keep an eye on your charging speed. While fast chargers are great for quick top-ups, frequent use of DC fast charging can slightly impact your battery's long-term health. Tesla's battery management system is designed to mitigate this, but it's still a good practice to rely on slower level 2 charging whenever possible, especially for daily use. So, what does the future hold for Tesla and charging networks? The EV industry is evolving rapidly, with more companies investing in expanding and improving charging infrastructure. Tesla's decision to open its supercharger network to other EVs could be a game-changer, potentially leading to a more unified charging standard across the industry. For Tesla owners, this means more options and greater convenience, but also a potential need to share the network with a growing number of non-Tesla vehicles. In conclusion, while you can't charge your Tesla at every single charging station without the right adapters or compatibility, the good news is that the charging ecosystem is more flexible and accessible than ever before. Whether it's the ultra-reliable Tesla supercharger network, a third-party charging station, or your own garage, there's a solution for every scenario. The key is preparation. Know your adapters, plan your routes, and always have a backup plan for those unexpected moments. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.